Hello. And who might you be?
The name's Finn. I'm here from Harper Hall.
A runner? What brings you to Fort Ware?
I bring the news that Salin, head woman of Harper Hall, sends her condolences upon the loss of werewoman Nalaya to the Ware of Fort.
Send Salin our thanks and our good wishes.
Very well, Decor. I bid you farewell in the knowledge that I shall see you again, perhaps sooner than you think.
Hey, how do you know my name?
Oh, a dragon rider. thank the first egg.
What's the matter, Julian? You seem distressed.
It's my boy, Jim. He's been gone all night and I'm worried out of my mind.
Where was he seen last?
He went to the werebowl last night to play with Jax and the other children, but never came back.
Well, I'd better go and see if I can find him.
Thank you. My husband, Moulin, is already out looking. If you see him, he may be able to help.
Good morning, Decor.
Vahal, I didn't see you at Nalaya's farewell last night.
I was on watch. As a consequence, I am exhausted beyond measure.
I take it you have heard about our wing leader calling a meeting.
Of course, and I look forward to it, but first I must rest.
And I don't suppose you've heard anything about Naeth either.
Bits of things passed to Piath from other dragons. I know that Azoth is not happy with Naeth. It is worrying when a dragon dislikes its rider.
I'm sure it's only temporary.
Perhaps. Now, please. The need to sleep is weighing me down.
Of course.
Actually, are you heading down to Fabensweir? If you are, as I am utterly spent, would you give this skin to him? He and I were talking at great length the other evening about some of the great ballads, and he requested some of them from me.
I'm sure I'll bump into him at some point.
Thanks, Decor. My duty to you. If someone could wake me once the meeting starts, I will appreciate it.
Good morning, Decor. I trust you had a good night last night.
Don't start, Naeth. I've had enough from Zenth. Anyway, I heard that your night was better than mine.
I'm so embarrassed, Decor. The news must be all round the weir by now.
Pretty much. But no one seems to be able to tell me what you did.
Well, it's rather a sorry affair. Azoth is ready to mate, and we Green Riders have a tendency to... how shall I put it? Become on edge when our dragons are ready to fly.
And you were on edge last night?
So much so that between Azoth and the Bend and Wine, I think I may have become a bit too forceful in an argument.
How forceful?
I think I drew my knife on someone, but I can't remember who.
By the first egg, what are you going to do?
Well, I would apologize, but I don't know who to apologize to. And I'm afraid to go out of my weir for fear of a dagger in the back. Do you think you could see your way to finding out who it was and apologize on my behalf?
Well, I'm sure it was unintentional. I'll ask around for you.
Thank you, Decor. You do me a great honor.
Good morning, Decor. You looked like you were having fun last night.
I was, what little I can remember of it.
Nalaya would be pleased to know we celebrated her life so vigorously.
And some more vigorously than others.
You mean Neff? He made a proper display of himself, so I hear. I didn't see anything but rumors of flying this morning about him and one of the kitchen staff.
Yes, I've already spoken to Neth. Apparently he...
Never mind that now. I'm glad you've arrived, Decor. I found this book in the gambling hall last night, and I don't quite know what to do with it. I don't know who it belongs to.
I think I know. Lockin, the librarian, has lost his diary. It may belong to him.
Would you take it to him, Decor? I have to oil that off.
Of course.
Thanks, Decor. They say Tom the head chef has the best cures for too much wine. Decor,
Yes?
do you know what day it is? The same day it was when you found me that pearl last term.
Your name day?
Could be, Decor, could be. But don't worry yourself with it. I'm sure you have more important things on your mind.
Decor, you remember what trouble that caused last turn, don't you? You spent days searching for a pearl, letting your wear duties slip. Bronzes and greens are never...
I know, Zenth. I know.
Good. We do have more important things to do than fishing, Decor.
Hello,
Hello,
Imara.
I was just admiring your work.
Thank you. I call it the world of Pern tapestry. When it's finished, it will show the whole of Pern in fine detail.
That's fascinating. Very beautiful.
In order to complete it, I need someone very reliable to gather information for me. Someone whose reputation precedes them.
Oh, you found my journal, and I went and had a new one made. Crack dust! Well, I've no use for this new one now. You may as well have it.
Thanks. I'm sure it will come in handy.
Every time something important happens, you should write it down. But you must learn how to scribe before you can write anything. Now, where did I put that skin? Now, has that journal been of use? Remember, you must learn to scribe before you can use it.
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
I wanted to talk for a while.
I suppose you've heard about this meeting with Sabor?
As is every writer, I presume.
I think it's disgraceful that we have to lower ourselves to look for inferior stock in the holds. It is breaking tradition.
If breaking tradition allows us to have a new werewoman and save the future of our dragons, then so be it.
But the were has always bred people for impression. Especially the werewoman.
Why are you so afraid of change? Do you think that now the holds and halls have little use for us, they will begin to question our purpose?
Never. The DragonRiders are the only reason their homes have not been razed to the ground and their flesh seared from their bones.
And they should be grateful? They do provide for us after all. It's a fair exchange.
Wary teeth, man. The riders are superior in every respect, apart from some idiot greens like Nueth. There are some characters out for his blood after his escapade last night.
No one seems to be able to tell me what he did. I think Sabor may have something to say on the matter.
Shells, man. Sabor is a fool, as are most of the riders here. Always talking about how things must change with the times. Well, I'm too long in the tooth to start thinking differently. The current ways have lasted for hundreds of turns for a good reason. They won't change now. You'll see.
Whatever you say, Faben. I can see there's no point in arguing with you.
I'll be there as soon as I've finished reading these ballads. Actually, Vahul said he would lend me one of his, but he hasn't got around to it. If you see him, could you get it for me?
He already asked me to deliver it to you.
Oh, I see. Well, give it here, lad. Don't dally. Right. Thanks. You can go now.
Here to lose money to this gambling fool?
Aye, and a share of my wits too, knowing the way he plays.
Are you calling me a cheat?
No, just a man who's unreasonably lucky with dice.
Well, I shall leave you to it. I'll see you at Sabor's meeting later on.
I suppose, although I think the more traditional among us will not like what he has to say.
Decor, you're up early. I bet your head feels a bit thread-beaten, doesn't it?
I felt better.
Now, about that gambling debt you owe me.
Gambling debt? I must have been drunk.
The look on your face. You were right, Timen. That was a good prank. You have no debt, lad. Least not with me.
You're sharply in here this morning.
The dice were unfair last night. I need to cover my losses, and Timen here offered to play a few rounds with me.
And we nearly lost our table, too, when you decided to carve your name in it.
Until Catan stayed your hand.
My apologies. Well, I shall leave you men to it.
Clear skies and fair weather, Decor.
My duty to you, sir.
Greetings, Raworth.
I hope you don't mind me saying so, sir, but you should stay away from Tom Keating today. He's in a right foul mood.
Has someone insulted his food again?
Yes, sir. And you know how protective Tom is over his food.
It is good for a man to take pride in his work.
Surely it is. And it only takes a small insult from a Green Rider to upset old Tom. Oh, listen to me. My apologies. I've spoken out of turn. I must get back to work.
I suppose you're here to insult my breakfast spread. Meat rolls not good enough for you, eh?
I have no quarrel with you, Tom. Your food has always been of the highest quality.
Tell that to your arrogant friend, Nerth. Too much salt here, this cloud's too bitter, the herd beast tastes rancid. It nearly came to blows.
You have to understand, Neth's green is ready to mate, and that sets a rider on edge. I've spoken to him earlier, and he deeply regrets what he's done.
But he attacked me!
For which he is truly sorry. He didn't mean what he said.
Ah, well, maybe he had a point about the herd beast tasting off. The last lot was a feeble-looking bunch.
So he's forgiven?
For the time being. But if he ever does it again, I'll hang his hide out to dry.
I'll pass the message on.
Talking of passing messages, if you're going to Fort Hold in the near future, I've got an errand I'd like you to run. Seeing as I forgave your friend and all, I figure you Dragon Riders owe me a favor.
Morning, Decor. What it will be this morning?
I need something for this head of mine.
Too much wine, eh? I've just the thing. My own personal cure.
What's in it? Nothing dangerous, I hope.
You'll have to wait and see.
Nothing right now, thanks.
Oh, Decor! Come to help me with my hatching ceremony preparations. We need a meal big enough for a dragon.
Dragon-sized meal? Sounds good, Roma. What do you want from me?
What do I want? Why, ingredients, to call ingredients!
Ingredient?
That's what I said! Ingredients! Lots of them! Here's the list. You better write this down. Don't want you bringing back the wrong things now, do we?
I will write them in my journal, Roma, but I'm sure I can remember them.
That's the spirit, lad. Well, for starters, I need nettleweed, featherfern, and a whole bundle of flax.
Well, that's not too bad.
My, you're funny to call. I also need some old wine of at least 60 terms. Red wine, that is.
Is that all?
No, that's not all. You must also find me 4 tunnel snake eggs and, 2 nice big wary eggs for old Roma.
Wary eggs?
Indeed, that should be about it. Now you be off now and let me cook. Return here if you find any of those ingredients, but remember, we have some time yet before the ceremony, so you make sure you get all those other more important things done first.
No time to talk, lots to do.
Decor, what news?
Well, Tom isn't too happy with you, but you're in the clear.
Tom? The cook? Oh, this is some sort of bad dream. He'll poison my claw for sure.
Fret not, my friend. The air is cleared, and your claw will be poison-free. Although you've done his herd beast a great disservice.
The bubbly pies were fine. It was the herd beast that tasted foul. Did you not taste it yourself? Bitter to the bone.
Bendon wine took away most of the taste, I'm afraid.
Well, thank you, Decor. I suppose I'd better go and apologize myself. Oh, by the way, I have some news for you.
Oh, yes.
Azoth thinks she may have found a potential weirwoman within the weir. She seems to be a little more sensitive than the other greens.
Really? Who?
Ramala Kendrick, the craftsman's daughter. She is out of the weir for the next couple of days, but perhaps you could talk to her when she returns. It would be good to find a new weirwoman within the weir.
Perhaps you could help me now, Dragon Rider. You appear to me as someone I can rely on. What name do you go by?
My name is Decor, and if I can be of any service...
Well, during your travels, you must see a lot of this world. If you can return here every once in a while, I'm sure you can answer any questions I might have regarding places and events.
I can try.
Thank you.